Dr. Bruce Liang from the Calhoun Center for Cardiology, right? So thank you so much. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice.
That's okay.
Yes. I need some Dunkin' Donuts.
We need some iced coffee.
I got some Dunkin' Donuts for you.
Take it away. You guys, thank you so much for being here today. How have you been?
I've been good. You know, it's been a little different, obviously. I'm not yelling at anybody. Well, I am a little bit, but not yelling at officials during games. And I'm not with the kids, which is difficult.
It's got to be difficult.
It's difficult. You know, everybody tells you shouldn't be, you know, it's great, right? Yeah, the things that I didn't like, that's good. I don't have to do that.
Right.
The things I love, the relationships with the kids. Tonight's senior night, for example, and Shabazz, Niels Giffey, et cetera, and Tyler Orlando leave us, and they've been with us 4 years. And I recruited them. I coached with them for 2 years, and I've been with them now in different spots. But yeah, I miss the games. I miss the kids, and that's. And
we're going to talk more about you. We have a whole special segment with just you alone. But first, we want to concentrate on Dunkin' Donuts doing a great thing for you guys.
They really are. You know, I've been with the UConn Medical Center for 20-something years.
It's incredible.
And then we got personally involved by making a donation, and 10 years ago, I believe it was, Bruce.
Yes.
And they were kind enough to name the Cardiology Center, the Jim and Pat Calhoun Cardiology Center. And we've been very involved with that. We've run a golf tournament 15 years during the summer, a celebrity tournament, and raised, I think, $7 or $8 million out of that. And we've been really involved, and this is another thing, with the help of Dunkin' Donuts, with having great leadership of Bruce Liang. We're trying to do things to make sure that people are aware and contributing to further medical advances at the Cardiology Center.
And you make it easy because, as they say, right, America lives on Dunkin'. Certainly in the Northeast we live on it. So how do people just support your great cause while they're getting their coffee?
Well, they come in, they very simply buy for $1 donation.
For $1.
$1. Name in there, put it on up in the Dunkin' Donuts shop, up in the restaurant, and then we give you free $1.
You get a 99-cent coupon for a medium iced coffee, which is awesome because they're like $2.50. So you get it for 99 cents. So you're going to get $1 and you're going to get $1.50 back in essence if you're buying a medium coffee.
Yeah, the more important thing, and Bruce can speak to this, but with the incredible research out at the Cardiology Center, with all the things that we're doing, I lost my dad when I was 15 years old, lost my mom after bypass surgery when she was 52. So I'm very well aware of cardiology, and that's one of the things we got involved. My brother, young brother's the cardiologist, and you know, incredible advances, and I get a great deal of pleasure in many ways out of the great things that we're able to do at the medical center of helping people. And I think Bruce could speak to what we've done out there.
Yeah, what's been going on?
So we've been inspired by Pat and his lovely wife, Jim, and his lovely wife Pat, and we've been developing a truly comprehensive center of excellence. We take care of all forms of heart disease, from prevention to intervention, stents, cardiac surgery, vascular disease, and we're very proud of a special thing we accomplished recently. That is the treatment of heart attack. We had a record-breaking so-called door-to-balloon time, which means we got it done in 10 minutes. We unblocked the artery, which caused the heart attack in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And you can just imagine all the steps that you have to go through. You got to insert the catheter, find where the blockage is, put a wire there, and put a balloon and a stent to unblock it. We got it done in 10 minutes. This gentleman had no evidence of any damage to the heart.
Wow, that's
he walked
incredible.
out after 3 days in the hospital,
Oh, my
back
goodness.
to playing golf, back to mowing his lawn. No limitation whatsoever. And then we're very
Was he happy about mowing his lawn?
Afterwards.
After that, you don't want to mow the lawn anymore.
It's a golf, okay.
Yeah, but you know, but we're not just doing that. We're also discovering new ways to treat heart attack. And you know, you may not know, after the first heart attack, anybody who had the first one is at increased risk for a second or third one. So we're looking at a new blood test to identify those people.
Wow.
And
That'd be
then
great.
after that, we'd like to develop a new therapy, because many of them develop so-called heart failure, which is the leading cause of hospitalization in America. And so we want to develop new way to treat heart failure that occurs after the first, second, or the third heart attack.
So it's through March 16th. You literally walk into your Dunkin' Donuts, you give them $1, and you're going to get your name on one of these, and then you're going to get a coupon for a 99-cent medium iced coffee, which is just terrific, and all the money goes to benefit the research.
And how cool is this? Celebrate March Goodness while you're doing your March Madness. You can do March Goodness. Donate $1 to the Pat and Jim Calhoun Cardiology Center. I know prevention is key, so thank you for sharing your message. And you'll stick around so we can just talk to you about life in general?
Just one quick thing. I know you're on a time thing, but when we start talking about the incredible advances, you're getting the opportunity to help people you don't even know.
Exactly.
And that's an incredibly important thing, so please help us in this cause. This is a wonderful thing.
You got it. Okay, we'll be right back with more from Jim Calhoun. Stay with us. Thanks. That was awesome.
Guys.
Tink you, Doctor. Nice to
right, we're back with Jim Calhoun, and we're talking about life in general. I feel like, oh, he retired, but I mean, you may be retired from basketball, but you're still doing so much in this community.
Well, I'm trying to. I love this community. This is where we live. This is where we stay. And the only thing getting in the way of my life a little bit is I have 6 great grandkids, which I love. My sons, my daughter-in-laws, certainly my wife, UConn. But I miss the game. I miss the kids, and I miss the relationship with the kids. I mean, tonight's a sad night for me in many ways. We talked quickly about this, but 3 of our seniors are senior night. And those guys won a championship for us as a freshman, stuck through it with me as a sophomore, then played for Kevin the last 2 years, and been great representatives of our program, stayed with the program, but it's a sadness when they leave. But you hope that during those 4-year period, I've watched Shabazz grow, I've watched Niels become a true man, I've watched Tyler go through some tough times, but turn out on the other side great. So that's grateful to me and enlightening to me and makes me feel good. But conversely,
when you obviously you're still going to the games and you're watching games. I take Syracuse for example, 25-0, and now they've lost 4 out of 5. Can you look on a television screen and look at the team and say, I know what's going on here, and let me get in there and fix it? Like, can you tell what's happening?
I was texting with Jim 2 days ago, Calhoun, about another issue, a charity issue, and we were just talking about that. And I think their biggest problem, which I can't solve from the outside, the only way I could do it is if I was their coach, and I don't want to be their coach. Jimmy's having enough situations today.
Right, exactly.
But the problem, they don't have confidence.
No, that's it.
Funny thing, and teams lose confidence or gain it. The best example of a team with confidence, one of my first teams won the NIT, won 6 straight games to win that, and it was the big thing at the time. Well, in 2011, Kemba Walker and that team grew and grew, and by the time we got to probably the Final 8, Sweet 16, National Championship, we're the most confident team in the country. So you see it, and you have it, but you can't touch it.
Right.
And you had this, I mean, you're a legend. You took UConn from, this obscurity to the grand national championships that people became so accustomed to. Was that it? What was the key for you to go in there and really transform a team? The
best thing I did going to UConn, I couldn't believe we weren't good. That's a funny thing to say. Everybody told me what we weren't. I'm like a Kennedy. I believe we were half full. We weren't half empty. We had an opportunity to do some special things. We were in a great state, produce great players, in the best league in the world, the Big East, which is sad for me to say that, but we were. And I didn't know why we weren't good. And when you go in that kind of approach, you don't look for the things that don't work. You look for all the things that are going to make us better. And I think that was the key.
All right. Now, speaking of that, Kemba Walker, you guys, they were ranked 19th, and all of a sudden they start getting all of this enthusiasm. They win the whole thing. They're ranked 19th this year with Shabazz. Can they do that this year?
Well, that team is a little different because I don't want to put too much pressure on. We had Jeremy Lamb, who's in the NBA right now. We had Shabazz Napier as a freshman, who was very good, and we had the magical year of anybody's ever had in my coaching career, Kemba Walker, and we had a couple 6'10" kids up inside who could play a little better. So we're a little different team. Plus, we've been very hardened by the Big East. And with that year, we had already beaten Kentucky, Michigan State, Kentucky again, Texas at Texas in double overtime. So we had shown we could be a great team. We just hadn't been as consistent. But as we came together at the stretch, when you get that magic, we rode it pretty good.
I got to ask you before you let you go, there are some rumors that, and you talked about the Big E breaking down, which was sad for everyone. There are some rumors that maybe UConn should or would become part of the Big Ten. Is that a good idea?
Well, I can't speak about the conference. The conference is great, doing a great job with us, and we have to be that way. But I think clearly and very definitively, speaking for me personally, not for the university, certainly, which I'm employed by.
Disclaimer.
Okay, here we go. But as much as anything else, would we be enhanced by playing another major institutions much like ourselves? Without question. I think in every aspect of life. And, this is the way I look at it. I guess the way I looked at UConn when I come in. Why wouldn't someone want us? We can